Alright, we're back for part 2 of my knife collection. This one is going to be over folding knives. All of the folding knives. That will include multi-tools. There's a Leatherman Super Tool 300, Leatherman Micra. Stick those over here. So, where do I want to start? I guess I'll start with these over here. First up, be JJ's knife kit. This is a wooden knife from, I believe, knifekits.com. It's been a long time, so I don't exactly remember. But this is a little folding wooden knife. It's a slip joint. Even has a back spring that works. You see that? Okay. Detents all the way around. And I kind of sanded a bevel into it, so it kind of has an edge, but just a fun, cute little toy, kind of, for a great little project for kids. And I ended up building one of these with, I think it was either my young cousin, or some of my mom's friends' kids when we visited them in a different state. So, cool little kit. Along the same lines as a folding wooden knife like that. Got this for Christmas or birthday within the last 2 years or so. This is Nathan's wooden knife kit, and my name is Nathan, but not this Nathan, not my Nathan. This was designed by Nathan Klecker, the son of the guy who makes Klecker knives. I don't remember his name. I probably should, but I don't remember. This one's put out by CRKT. It's got a hollow grind. You can even feel it, that it's hollow when you run your fingers along it. But a hollow ground blade, clip point, lock back, and it has bamboo dowels. It's just a cool little knife. It's not lubricated. It probably should have some oil on it, or furniture wax, something on it, but it doesn't. Next would be a true classic, Buck 110. Black leather sheath. I believe diamond wood or ebon wood handle scales, something like that. Brass bolsters, brass liner. And what sets this one apart from some, like a Schrade knife, kind of this same style, a lockback of this size. The bolsters and the liner on the Buck 110 are one solid piece. That is very important. It's one solid piece. The fit and finish is fantastic. Tight fit all the way around. I actually wanted to get one of the 100th anniversary or 50th anniversary, whatever it was, one of those editions, because it had a shield in the handle that had that edition of it, but I didn't end up getting one of those. Hollow ground 420 HC blade, but do not let 420 HC fool you, because this 420 HC will not perform like other brands 420 HC. This is Buck. This is a Paul Boss heat treat. High quality knife. Though I don't carry it much, this is fantastic. Ooh, I see UPS. That must be my new graphics card. Sweet! Sweet, 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 sweet! Alright. So that's Buck 110. I love that thing. I don't carry it, but I love it. Next, we'll move on to slip joints. Let's just go slip joints. Alright, so first of all, we got a slim one, small one. This is a Schrade old timer. This is the Mighty Mite. It's got jig bone handle scales. There's the bolster, nickel silver, the shield, little high carbon steel blade. This was my dad's, and it's gone through some rougher use with me. It's so cheap. I can get another one of these for about $10 or less. I use it to help pry off the backs of old watches and stuff. It's got a little liner lock. It's brass. So this one's kind of cool. It's a liner lock slip joint combo. One of the things that sets it apart for me. And we got 2 bucks. We got a buck. Let's see, what's the model? Collector's Edition 379 with wood scales. And then Collector's Edition like 373, I think. 373. So we got the clip point, got the sheep's foot, and then like a... Is this a spade? I don't actually know what this one's called. I think it's a spade. A little 3-blade Stockman. Pretty cool little knife. And then the last slip joint I have, other than one that I tried to make myself, and you can see how well that worked. Yeah, I never actually finished this thing. This is kind of sad in here. But this is also one of my dad's. Cleaned it up not too long ago. I actually need to rebuff the scale, the bolsters here. But this is a case. Don't know what model it is, but it's a 2-blade Trapper or Stockman. We got a clip point. Then we got the... I also don't know what that's called. Maybe that's the spade. But as far as slip joints go, I'm not really that knowledgeable about them. Jigged bone handles. These are definitely genuine bone. And this is the kind of knife that makes me think, you know what, I really would like some more slip joints, but it's just a little contrary to the type of knives that I really prefer currently. I'm actually more on a fixed blade kick than anything. So I'll move along in this drawer right here. We got this is more of a recent purchase for me. This is a Ganzo, made in China. Ooh, Chinese knife. Now, if you watched the last video to the end, you saw the Baron's Son, which I demonstrate, or I used as evidence that American made is not always better. This is a really crappy knife based on workmanship and design. And overall quality, I mean, just fit and finish and quality control, it should not have been sold. This, however, is made in China. And it has a 440C blade that has been stonewashed, a rounded spine, so it's really comfortable, real G10 handle scales that are 3D machined, and an axis lock. It's not as smooth as a Benchmade axis lock, but hey, it's under $25. I mean, this is an awesome knife. They also have one that's it's based on the Rat Model 1 that has G10 scales and an axis lock. What? For about $20 to $25. Yeah, so go on Amazon, search Ganzo, G-A-N-Z-O. And, you know, I haven't really tested this. It didn't come with that great of an edge. Haven't sharpened it yet, but, you know, it's got sharpened all the way to the base because of the way it's designed. And stonewash, round spine, it's just, this is unheard of in a $20 knife. This is amazing. This one knife for $20. Okay, this is more valuable than, let's pull these out. These don't belong quite there, but this whole box of really cheap, crappy knives, this one knife is worth more than all of these. All of these. One knife. And it way outperforms all of them. So that's one of the reasons I'm going to get rid of all of these. But this knife, awesome for the price. Moving along, this is one of those that was found. No one in my family actually paid for this. My parents found it in Paladero Canyon on one of the park benches and tables on the Lighthouse Trail. And this is the Kershaw Baby Boa. It's got these blue, red and black anodized aluminum scales, pocket clip, almost the size of the entire knife. It does have a lock because it is an assisted knife, and the flipper. Polished blade, nice little recurve. It's a cute knife. It's got vertical play, but Since I didn't pay anything for this. No one did that I know of. Somebody paid for this, but I don't know who. It's a cute little knife, and it was the first Kershaw I ever owned. Not the only Kershaw I own, but we'll get to those in a minute. This is another knife that I found. This is a Gerber. I do not know the name, what model it is. I don't even know what the steel is, but it is made in Taiwan. And it is a great little knife. This was the knife that I learned how to flick a knife open with wrist action, and eventually learned how to do that with the thumb only. So this is a really cool knife. Got this kind of ABS rubbery type plastic. I don't know what it is. It may not be ABS, polypropylene something. Bolsters, I'm not sure if these are nickel or steel or what they are, but I found this at the medical park. I think it was the medical park here in Amarillo up by the hospital. Not John Stiff, but the medical park. Really cool blade. If I had to guess, I'm assuming that this blade is either a 420HC, 440C, or an AUS 8, maybe, because it's also approximately a $40 knife, $40 to $50 retail when I found it a long time ago. Also, little fun fact, in National Treasure, the movie with Nicolas Cage, when he is up on Liberty Hall and he's using a knife to carve out the mortar around a brick, this is the knife he's using. So, a little fun fact. Alright, here is a more expensive knife. Does not currently have the pocket clip on it. This is a Kershaw Speedform 2. It's got 3D molded or machined G10 handles, angled thumb discs, or thumb studs, sorry. And it's a nice, fast little knife. I actually had to modify the thumb studs because they were just way too aggressive. This side is still factory, but this side is smoothed off a little. I might have done a little too much because it's not as easy to open anymore. But this has Elmax steel, which as far as I know is comparable to like 154 cm to S30V, somewhere in that range. It's a super steel essentially, but it's not that well known. The most popular manufacturer to use it, I'd say, or the one who uses it the most that I know of, is Microtech. So if you find an Ultratech or a lot of other Microtech knives, it's likely to have Elmax steel. But this is a cool little, I consider it a gentleman's knife. Especially like this. And you might be able to tell as well that it's a Ken Onion design. At least I think it is. I just assume most of the time with the Kershaw that it's a Ken Onion design, but I don't know that for sure. I'll just go ahead and move on to some of the other Kershaws I have. Here I have a Cryo in black wash. This one is a Hinderer design, not Ken Onion. A Rick Hinderer. It's got the disc to prevent overextension of the lock bar. It's got a bit of a rattle because I tried to take it apart to clean it, but I didn't really succeed. Flipper design, assisted. It does not have the lock anywhere on it to prevent it from opening in your pocket, but it's a cool knife. This one I think is called the Freefall. Got it for about $14, $17 on Amazon on a lightning deal. It's got a Tanto blade, stonewashed, molded handle. It's got a bunch of K's in there, which is the exact design of their logo for the K. Deep carry clip, but the K's on the handle are too aggressive for me. They're going to snag on the pocket too much. It's just kind of a cool knife. Cheap. Came pretty sharp. And then my other two Kershaws are recent acquisitions. They are the Kershaw Emerson CQC1 or CQC 1K. I forget. And then the CQC 2. You can see the difference there. This one's kind of slim and pokey. This one's more of a kind of buoy, bellied blade, rounder handle. So both have a thumb disc opener, both have the Emerson Wave, although personally I think the knives are too small and the hook is too small to really make use of it. And they're a little too stiff. But I figured these are the kinds of knives from Kershaw, and with the price and the limited number of different models, that I might actually consider collecting all of these in this series, just for the hell of collecting them, because these are knives and you want to collect them. Alright, next we've got a Boker. This is a Blade HQ anniversary, 10th anniversary edition of the Boker Kalashnikov with a spear point blade and the blue handles. This is converted to auto, and something to note, if you ever look into one of these, anything that's actually auto has been converted to auto because it's technically illegal to import balisongs, switchblades, or gravity knives, that type of thing. Anything considered a switchblade is illegal to import into the States as an automatic knife, switchblade, or whatever. This one, though, has been milled and modified with spring after it was imported. So that's why it's an auto. Cool knife, though. Next would be also an auto. This is a Lightning out the front. Now this is kind of an exception. I think this, I don't know where this is actually made, because it doesn't have anything on the blade, and I don't remember. I ground off the serrations. I need to finish this job so I can actually use it, because it's not sharpened properly right now. It's really, really gritty. It has a huge burr. But I want to say this is Chinese, and yet it's an auto that was imported to the United States. Who knows? Maybe it is an American-made knife. I don't know. But I also got this from Blade HQ, and it's a fun knife. For an OTF, less than $40, it's awesome. Next two right here, I guess I need to come back and hit those. Those are all Spydercos. Would be Benchmades. This one, yes, this is pink. And yes, I do carry this. I love this little knife. This is a Benchmade 550, I believe is the Griptilian model. 556. This is the 556 Mini Griptilian, and this is the breast cancer awareness version of the knife. Black clip, showing some wear, and this is why I don't like the Teflon, because when the Teflon wears off, it chips and scratches and all kinds of crap. But 154 cm, good blade, good little blade, perfect EDC size, perfect EDC. Along with the Sage 1, perfect EDC. Next would be the Benchmade Model 51. And if you don't know, in Texas, balisongs, switchblades, and gravity knives are legal to own and to carry. Okay? And this is one of my favorite knives of all time. Benchmade Model 51. See the butterfly. There's the butterfly. Alright. I just love this knife. D2 tool steel blade, titanium liners, G10 handle scales, machined, titanium pocket clip. I carry this thing and I love it. I love it. Beautiful knife. Alright. Let's cut and go to the next